Welcome to the whatever. Hey, you remember this? You got this over a year ago.
Yeah, which point?
A year ago, you finished this race.
And
it's been a while.
It was hard.
Since you finished your race.
I finished.
I think it's about time to revisit this area in your life.
Really?
I know. It's almost been 1 year since your skin cancer removal surgery. I think it's about time to saddle back up and get after it.
You think it is? It's time?
I'll let you process it with them.
So you want me to talk to them about it?
To decide what race you should run. But it's time.
Okay, so I guess that means I'm talking to you now. Let's have that conversation about you helping me pick a race. Alright, doesn't everybody keep... Okay, these are the medals that I have earned over the years in racing. I keep it in the freezer because why not, when you go get ice cream, the temptation is, I know what that costs to eat those calories, and so I keep them in there. Let me just take these medals downstairs. These are all the medals. These are all the medals that I have earned over the course of racing. I've raced a lot. I once had a goal to run a marathon every year from the age of 30 to forever on. Then I ran into a problem. I got skin cancer and they did 2 surgeries on me. It slowed me down. I'm not as fit as I once was. It's a struggle. Would you help me pick what race I should do in my 40th year of living? Then you get to follow along in the story on the vlogs as I train for whatever said race you want me to do. We'll narrow it down first and foremost of what kind of race that we will race in. So the question is, what race will that be? What style will it be? Do you want me to do a skateboarding race? Do you want me to do a marathon race, an Ironman race? What kind of race do you want me to race in? We thought it would be kind of fun for you to be able to follow the journey on the race, and I'm going to narrow it down to 2 kinds of race because I really don't want to do like pogo sticking races, or there's other races that I don't really want to do that I'm fearful that you would do as a joke. As you can see there, I've raced a ton of races. Those medals signify me finishing what I started out to do. And over the last year, it has been quite a battle for me to really get back to the fitness that I had at one point. When I say at one point, if you're brand new to the channel, back in June, I think it was, I was diagnosed with skin cancer, and I used to say, well, just skin cancer, and some corrected me that it's the largest organ in your body, that it's not just skin cancer. If you don't think it's cold outside, don't let the no coat and bare hands fool you. It's really cold outside. It's like 10 degrees. Okay. Here's what I'm hoping with our conversation today is that you would be the motivator for me to get back to the fitness that I once was. I'm not competing against anyone but myself, and I'm looking for you to help keep me accountable by leaving comments down below asking how whatever said race we choose together is going. This is where you can invite your friends and family to watch the journey of some guy with 7 kids in the middle of the tundra figuring out how to train through all the adversities of life. And I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of adversity. It really, that's the lure to anything for me, is the harder it seems, the much more fun it is. And so the bigger the race, the bigger the challenge, the more enticing it is to me. And do I know if I'll finish everything that I start out to do? No. But I really am a guy that believes that it is all about the journey, not the destination. However, I would like to finish whatever said race we choose. I want the medal to add to my collection of freezer bling. So let's break it down to the two kind of races that you get to choose from, and then we will go from there. I'll pick 4 or 5 races in said discipline, and you'll choose which one of those are, but we got to get after it pretty quick here. It's the ever famous cattails in my backyard. If you're paying attention, I've just done one big loop from the office to just trying to share this story of me racing. I want you to help me decide what race to do. It's all in your hands. Here's how it's gonna work. It's gonna be either an Ironman race or it's going to be a marathon. Either one, I'm going to try to qualify if I run for a marathon for Boston. If it's an Ironman race, I'm going to try to beat my previous time in an Ironman race. But you're deciding. Right now, we're going to allow you to control my future a little bit. You get say on it. I know some of you are going, how are you going to do this? 7 kids, starting a church, all those things. That's the point. We'll figure it out as we go. We'll have to decide that as a family, and then you get to watch how we do that and how it plays out, how we incorporate 7 kids and all of those different pieces of it. Okay, it's getting cold outside, so let's wrap this up. It's in your hands to vote. I've got the camera suspended on a tree slanting sideways. It's one of my favorite trees in the backyard, just side note. I have great stories, and I'll share them at some point about my races as an Ironman, which one cool side note on the Ironman, that when I was racing, I finished in the top 10% in the nation, which is pretty cool. The running side, not so. I just haven't got my goal that I set out to do when I turned 30, which was get to Boston, and I really want to get to that elusive time. You decide which we're gonna do, and then on Sunday I will release the races that I would love to race in said discipline. If you're still watching, will you subscribe to the channel? Especially now, you're going to be invested in what we're doing here as a family, and that is racing some kind of race. I'm excited to see what you guys are going to choose, and you can leave a comment down below. We're gonna try to put some kind of poll somewhere where you can select from there. But subscribe to our channel, give us thumbs up. I'm excited that this is like my birthday week, turning 40 years old. The things that I've seen in my life since I was 40, can't wait to see what's gonna happen in my next 58 years. We're gonna get out of here and edit this down on this fine Wednesday night. So that's all I got today, guys. Let me set you up here so we can have some kind of dramatic exiting scene. Okay, I think that's a pretty cool shot right there. This is my dramatic exiting as you begin to vote. Cue dramatic music now. If you're still watching to see what dramatically things could happen, you should probably subscribe now. The video is officially